Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Trojanpear Travels. This is your friendly neighborhood mailman, the Trojanpear. I'm up early this morning to show you not any sort of particular trip to a place this time. Instead, what we're doing is a special episode that I've been wanting to do to kind of show you how life is here with the new normal, as they call it, according to at the time it would have been quarantine, whatever you want to call the situation now. The fact of the matter is, because of COVID-19, things are uh, forcing us to have to adjust our lifestyles. And so I wanted to show you some of the things that I and my family have done to adjust to ensure that we stay safe during this time. So one of the first things that I do every morning is I get in the bathroom, do my different business. One of the main things that's a big difference is I used to always take showers in the morning, but I don't do that anymore because I take my showers at a different time because of the necessity of doing it. We'll talk about that later. Right now, I want to take care of those things, which includes, with today being Friday, day I kind of do a little bit of shaving. So we'll get going with that real quick. All right, we've got the shaving done and a few other little things in the bathroom. Next, I'm going to get dressed in my work clothes, have a little bite to eat, and then do a few things around the house before getting ready to go. Is that right, Panda? Panda, panda, panda. Okay, so I've gotten everything done that I need to get done this morning. And pretty much other than the shower, most everything runs about the same now. Except I do have a few adjustments I make. You probably have seen me in videos where I've been in uniform, or the uniform that we wear, which is just certain clothes, that I usually have a hat. Not wearing a hat because of what I do afterwards. So I've decided to eliminate the hat. I also had a ID badge that I wore either around my neck or on a clip, and I don't do those anymore. I just wear the actual badge itself and put it in my pocket because I got a front pocket here. And then also you've got to have your mask. Now these are the 6 mask options I have today. I have many more than these that are been worn already. I wanted to show you the different variations that I still have available to me. Now, what I want to say is these are not masks that I've purchased, but these are masks that my mother has made. And in fact, all the masks that I wear are masks that she's made, and she continues to make even more. So, um, all of these are pretty good masks to wear. This, you'll see, has a little different wear on it with the ears. I don't like those kind of masks where you have to do that. I prefer the one where you wrap around the back of your head like that. So I'm probably going to go with this one today. And we'll use all these other ones at another time if I need to. Because one good thing about these are washable. And I'll show you what I do with all the ones that I have worn this week and that I do every week as well. Also, from time to time, I will wear these goggles over my face to kind of help with things. I don't necessarily like wearing these all that much just because it fogs up so bad when I'm at work. But if things start getting, really crazy, I'll start putting these on again as well. All right, I'm here at the post office getting ready to check in for work. So another thing to note is I've got these latex gloves that I use. for the morning part. I can't wear it too long, like all day, because obviously, number one, they get dirty real quick anyway. So, I mean, it's kind of silly to wear it the whole time. But my hands get real sweaty. And then, after several days, if you're wearing it for a prolonged period of time, I start breaking out with like this ringworm type stuff on my hands. So I've got to kind of use the gloves a little bit in moderation, but these are usually pretty good to use for the morning part when we're sorting through the mail and getting it ready for delivery, because your hands can get quite dirty, and this can kind of help with that a little bit. Although when I take them off, I'm going to have to wash them anyway because they're going to be so sweaty, and we need to take care of that. So I'm going to put these on, I'm going to put my mask on, and then we're going to get ready for the next part. I just want to show you how I get this on, since it's like this. Put it over and then flip back up. There you go. Also, another thing that's real important is to have these wipes available. Now, I know Lysol is probably not available. There are a lot of alternatives. I'll kind of show you some of the alternatives that we also have. But we've bought a lot of these before the thing hit for years. We always liked using them, so we always bought a lot in bulk. So that's why we still have some. But I will need this, not necessarily for this car right now. That's for later. We haven't really done anything to need to do it here. This is going to be for my mail truck. We'll have to wipe down the mail truck just a little bit in some of the high touch areas in the morning as I get ready to go out. So I am done with the post office, loading stuff up and sorting. I've taken my gloves off. They were very sweaty because the air was not working too well today. So it got hotter, and that made me sweat more through my hands with that. So I washed them off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Burger King, get a little breakfast here from Burger King. Not the one that I had on my week on birthday, which was very good, but they have something called the Impossible Croissant now. And I've had that before. It's good. So I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to take it. I'm going to do a to-go. I don't, this is, it's not too hot outside, so I really can use the option then of using the curbside. Can't really do drive-through in a mail truck, so you got to do takeout or curbside is basically your only two options. And so I'm going to do that, get my food to go, head over to my first area, take a lunch break there, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I got the stuff. I want to head over to my location now. Alright, so camped out in my spot here. Before I start delivering to this area, I'm going to go ahead and eat. And what I got was what is here considered a number 7, the Impossible Croissant meal. So I got these little hash browns. Very good. Definitely. And here it is, the Impossible Croissant. The interesting thing, typically I get a small drink, but they gave me this nice little, almost styrofoamish cup. Got some high C fruit punch. Usually I would like a sweet tea or something, but I'm trying to keep the caffeine down when I work, so passed on that. Just had the high C fruit punch. So here it is. You can take a look. just got egg, cheese, possible patty, smaller than the Impossible Whopper, which is good. I think the Impossible Whopper's a little big, to be honest. I would like maybe if I went there like an Impossible Whopper Junior, maybe. Not quite so much, but and then cheese, and of course the croissant. And that is pretty good. I would much rather eat that than the Impossible Whopper just because of the size and simplicity of it. So I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to go get the mail delivered, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, well, I am now done with work at the post office. I've washed my hands, of course, after dealing with all that. So there's going to be a lot of things that's going to happen once I get home. We'll show all that. And also, this would be the time normally where if I needed to go anywhere else, I would probably do that. As far as maybe if I was picking up food, going to the grocery store. There's not many places, given the current situation that we're going to be going to. Not that I would do that anyway during a weekday anyway. But, trying to minimize the amount of locations that we go to and trying to obviously be as safe as possible, wearing the mask, practicing social distancing, and of course, being prepared with sanitizer if need be. So I'm going to head home now, and then we'll start working on some of the things that need to happen as I get home. Well, I'm back home. So now it's time to start doing all the sanitization of different things. And this is what's the most interesting process, is not just the mask wearing and the social distancing. It's what we do that I think is really important once we're out of all the exposure of the different things from work and other places. And it starts with the car. Okay, so the car sanitization is done. I'm now in the carport where we'll start sanitizing a few of the key items that I need to sanitize before going in. And I'm going to do this with this hand sanitizer spray that we have. And we've got different types, but that's what I'm going to use for this one today. So I'm going to sanitize my lunchbox here. And I'm going to take off my shoes and also spray them down as well. Alright, so the sanitation of those items is done. Now I'm back in my room to sanitize the rest of the articles on me, and what I'm using is this Clorox wipes that I actually happened to find at a Walmart not too long ago. I was very fortunate because the next time I came back, there was none. So, we find stuff where we can find them, where they're Amazon or whatnot. Lysol is almost impossible to find. Clorox, this is one of the few times I ever found one of those. And there's some other types that you can find too. So we've gotten a few of those. And so that I'm going to use this to wipe down all my different things that I have here. Alright, first things first, I need to wipe this phone that I took with me, and then let's start getting some of these other items down here that I need to do, like my wallet, keys, badge, pin, and my belt. Alright, the keys are done now, and so is everything else, so we're going to put those up and get to the next phase. So for my clothes, what I do is I take them all off except for the under part, and I just take that off and put it in the regular hamper. But the rest of the clothes that I wear, socks, mask included, go in this bag, and I store them in this bag for a week, and then I get a new bag for the next week. And then at the end of the week, which this is the end of the week, I take all the clothes and I put them in the washer to be washed, and then put them up ready for the next week. So we'll do that now. Alright, got all the clothes ready to go. We'll put them in. By the way, here are the rest of the masks. These are the ones that I've worn this week that she's made. These are some of the nicest and some of my favorite ones, hence why I've wore them. We have a few varieties. Some are been around older. This one's been around for a while, whereas one like this is fairly new, as is this one and that one. She's constantly making new ones though, but these are really neat. I like them a lot, much better than any of the custom masks that they provide you. It's good quality, definitely not hard to breathe through. The only one that has any difficulty, I think, is this one, because I guess the material's a little different on this one, but it's not too bad. Definitely not as difficult as like maybe a N95 or something like that. But these are all the masks. These are really nice masks, some of my favorite ones so far. Alright, let's go to the next stage. Also, here's a new one that Mom just made, and getting ready for the month of October and Halloween. So this is a really good one, and I'm going to be wearing this one every week during the month of October for sure. Alright, so the next step is for me to get in the shower. Alright, so I've taken my shower. I've washed my hair, my face, my entire body, and basically I'm going to put on my evening clothes, or you might call them pajamas. These are the clothes I'm choosing to put on because I'm not planning on going anywhere, obviously, but they are, I think, decent enough too that if I did, I could just wear those as well. And then we're just going to basically do a few things that need to be done around the house, eat some dinner, and then we'll probably watch some things and do some other stuff. And that's pretty much how the day's going to go. Panda. What do you think, Panda? Witchy. Alright. Clothes have been washed, dried, and readied for next week. Well, everybody, that's about it. Had some dinner, did some work around the house, feeding some cats, watch a little bit of some videos with the family, and that's pretty much how the day goes for the most part. You just spend time in here at the house, even though we don't
have to be quarantined anymore, that we can get out and wear the masks and social distance. It's still the best thing to do is if you don't need to go somewhere, just don't go. And that's pretty much what we're doing. And it's worked pretty well for us. Nobody has gotten COVID here, which is good because my mother's pretty high risk, so we don't want to obviously catch it ourselves and then pass it on to her, even if we were asymptomatic ourselves. So that is basically a day in my life according to the new normal of quarantine, even though it's not really quarantine anymore during these days of COVID. So I hope you found this interesting, maybe educational in some ways, to kind of know about some things that maybe like, oh, that might be a good idea. That would certainly be awesome if you did learn something from it. So until next time, I will be seeing you on one of my future videos next week as we start and continue the month of October, which will be getting closer and closer to Halloween. See you then. Blessings. Bye-bye.